Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, the Spider-Man 3 version of the Tobey Maguire, aka Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. This is kind of a repaint of the Spider-Man No Way Home version that we had gotten here. I don't know if... I think the head sculpt's been updated. The torso has definitely been updated, the upper torso. And I think the lower torso may have been updated as well. I will have to check that, so I'll do a full-on comparison between these two to kind of see what differences that they did with this figure. Now, I know this figure's getting a lot of hate, and some of it is justified because the price is ridiculous. So, initially, the retail price of this is supposed to be $29.99. Big Bad Toy Store had pre-orders up for $34.99, I think, to account for tariffs. I don't know 100%, but I think so. Entertainment Earth, $37.99, which is crazy. And then Hasbro Pulse didn't adjust price or anything, $29.99. Amazon, $29.99. So the figure was already $5 more, which in my opinion doesn't make sense. I don't know the justification in here. The only thing... It doesn't make sense. It's a regular size figure, everything like that. Now, the price being higher, could it be because of a licensing thing with Spider-Man 3 and Sony? I have no idea. No clue. Have no clue whatsoever. Maybe, but still sucks. Like, why was this figure $5 more on the MSRP to begin with? And the fact that most places are going to have it for more than the $5 more is crazy. But, is it a good figure? In my opinion, I kind of like this figure. It wasn't perfect. It's not great. Proportions do seem a bit weird, like in the arms and the shoulder area. People absolutely hate the mask. I don't think it's beautiful. I don't think it's perfect, but I don't think it's absolutely terrible. Now, it's not the same as the Rami Spider-Man suit. But I think this is accurate to No Way Home. But people want the Rami mask, and this just isn't the Rami figure. This is supposed to be, so that's where the problem is, that they just repainted it. It's a pretty minimal difference. Like the shape of the lens is a little bit different, and then I guess the web pattern is where the biggest difference is. It's hard for me to really notice the difference in it, so for me, I don't mind, but I can understand accuracy is important. If it's not accurate to the Rami movies, then it's not accurate. For me, it's not as big a deal, but again, I can understand if you're not happy with it, completely understand. But let's go ahead and take a look and check it out. The package has been kind of designed to look like the Spider-Man 3 figures by Hasbro many, many years ago. So it's cool. You get the black and blue, and it's got the texture of the suit printed throughout it. It looks really cool. We get some promo image of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man there. Same thing there, and then a look at the figure on the back. And the bio reads, his mind infected by the thoughts of an alien symbiote and his strength enhanced by the creature that clings to him, Spider-Man feels uncharacteristic rage taking him over. So, let's go ahead, open it up, and let's take a look. Oh, and not that it's a big deal, because, you know, the package is going to go in the trash, but they got that cool spider logo. That's the Symbiote spider logo from the movie there at the top. Okay, so here is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 Symbiote figure out of the package. And you know what? I'm kind of digging it. I like it. There's a couple of things with it. When we got this particular Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man figure, you know, the 3-pack didn't have the unmasked heads, but then the single release carded blister pack figure did, but didn't have all the hands. It was like a weird situation there. This guy does come with all the hands, by the way. So we get the 2 thwip hands there, as you can see. We get the 2 fists that were already on the figure out of the package. So we got the fists, and then we have like the wall crawling open hands, which I've already switched out onto the figure. So we get all the hands there, which is good. You get this symbiote effect thing. We'll talk about that later. We get the unmasked head sculpt, and then we got the masked head sculpt. Whether you like the masked head sculpt or not, we got it, and it's actually painted pretty well. So I am happy with that. Well, it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's okay done. I guess that does look weird now that I'm looking at it that way. Hold on, is this like that too? Yeah, I guess I never really paid attention because the way they painted before over the red, it looks like they missed paint on some spots, but it's just because the thin silver line sometimes doesn't get the sculpted line part. It was just kind of weird. So looking at it, you know what? That does look weird up top there. Maybe that's why people were like complaining about it. Like, why do you have this line there? Shouldn't that line then go all the way? No, but then that would have looked... No, maybe it wouldn't have looked weird. I don't know. I do see that now. And I don't like that. I don't like from here you can't tell, but like looking at it top, you're like, that's weird. So if that's the complaint, okay, I get it, I understand. I still don't think it's I don't like terrible again from this look, but then when I look like that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's bad. So we have that there. I kind of like this figure. I really like the way the black and the silver look, so that is pretty cool. We get a couple of new things here. The Tobey Maguire head sculpt, I can confirm it is the same. They didn't try to make a younger looking Tobey Maguire. It ends up, I think, looking a little bit better than this one, because this one's supposed to be like an older Tobey Maguire from No Way Home, and I don't think they nailed his likeness very well. But I think when you do the emo hair on this one, it ends up looking like him a little bit more, and the color of it is slightly different than what we got in No Way Home, and that I think is the purpose of that was to make him look younger. It's not perfect by any means. The hair I think is good, but the head sculpt is not perfect by any means. I only see a little bit of a Tobey Maguire likeness, and again, it seems to look better here than it does here, but it is the same head sculpt, just different hair. We got the emo hair here, and I think that looks pretty good. And then that symbiote effect piece. A couple of things that are actually new on this figure. I'm going to have to pop that off. And then get the masked head sculpt on here. There is some new sculpted parts to this figure. I had initially thought that it was going to be the upper torso that was going to be new, because the spider logo is different on the symbiote suit. So like the regular Rami suit, you have your spider logo there, and that looks really good. But when he had the symbiote suit, it was actually a different spider logo. You could see the legs actually kind of point in. So we get the new spider logo there in the front. Well, not only on the front, is they had to change the back as well, because that logo on the back ends up being that different spider too. So they couldn't just do the same lower torso, so they did have to sculpt a new lower torso as well. So the arms, legs, all of that is the same, but the torso pieces are different. So this lower torso piece and this upper torso piece are different. This hip piece would be the same, but so we do get those two new pieces there, so that is pretty good. But looking at it, painted pretty well. Like I have no complaints on the way this is painted, other than just now looking at that weirdness going on with the mask up there. Because yeah, I get it now. Like that makes sense. All the web lines there, but why is there not the one in the middle? Man, that's gonna drive me nuts. Now that I see it, I can understand the complaints for sure. Like it sucks. But overall, the figure still does look pretty good. I dig it. So let's go ahead and look at this symbiote accessory piece. Now, this is not accurate to anything. I don't know why they did this, and Hot Toys actually did this too. So I think it's a Marvel mandate or something in licensing to say, hey, we want to do the Spider-Man 3 symbiote Spider-Man, and we want to throw in this symbiote piece with the Venom head, because why not? I'm sure, I guess, but it's not like screen accurate at all. But hey, it's cool because we get another accessory, and I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. The white of the eyes is not just like a white paint where you got here for the teeth, and then I guess other teeth pieces. It's got a pearlescent sheen to it, so that looks good. I like it. But again, it's not accurate to the movie. The closest that we got is in the movie. He tries to like pull the suit off, and like some like symbiote parts are like stretched out, but there's no Venom head to it. Like it doesn't really make sense. But hey, we got it here, and the way it works is you have to drape it over his shoulders, like so, as you could see. So it just kind of fits like right over like the neck and the shoulder piece there. It just drapes over just quite nicely. And then this piece, you can actually tuck that underneath, and it kind of grips onto his back and under his arm a little bit there, and that's pretty cool. So you got that there, and then you could always like loop it around his leg or something like that and be like, oh, you know, then the goo is coming up. Oh, actually, it'd probably make more sense like this, right? Like, oh, you know, the red and blue suit, even though, you know, that's not how it worked in the movie, right? But if you wanted to kind of do something like that, you could, where it's like, oh, the symbiote is coming up and attacking the red and blue suit, and he's going to take over or something. You could do something like that, but otherwise, and just, you know, again, rests over his shoulder like so. But let's go ahead and jump into the articulation for this figure. It's going to be the same as the other one, which is still pretty good. So let's get into it. Okay, so the articulation, the head is on that dumbbell joint, so he can only look up that much there, so not terrible. He can look down a little bit there. Full rotation in there, and you get some good pivot going on. The shoulder you can get to go straight on out like so. You get a full rotation in there. You got the ooh, that's stiff-ass butterfly joint. Hold on. Is it not? Okay, that butterfly is very minimal. Like, you can't get it to really go back a whole lot. Is it like that on the other ones too? Yeah, it moved a little bit better before, but still didn't move a whole lot. So there's still not a whole lot of movement going back. It's a little bit, and then coming forward for some crossbody. Nah, not really. So it's not really an effective butterfly joint, but it's there. You got the upper bicep swivel in there. Double jointed elbow gives you that much bend there at the elbow. Wrist swivel, and they do hinge, standard horizontal hinge on all the hands. On the upper diaphragm, or the upper torso, you can tilt to the left a little bit there. You could tilt to the right that much there, which is good. You can go back a little bit by itself, and then you can come forward a little bit. But we got the inverted ab, so coming forward, crunching forward, total is that much there, which is good. And then going back that much there is way too much, more than it really should be or needs to be. And then you get the swivel at that diaphragm there, which is good. The legs do have a drop-down hip a little bit. There's not a whole lot that comes to it, and it's very stiff working, but you can drop down the hip a little bit. You can get the legs to go out that far apart. It's not a huge amount, but it's okay. You can kick forward that much there. The leg goes back a little bit, as you can see there. You got the upper thigh cut in there. It's a little stiff, but it does get you a swivel going on. You got a double jointed knee, gives you that much bend there. It is all pinless, of course. And then the foot, you can hinge down that much there. You can hinge up quite a bit. Ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So there we go for the articulation. Pretty good. Again, on par with the previous one that we got, since it's essentially 80% the same figure. I don't know, 90%. I don't know what percentage those two torso pieces takes up of it, but as you can see, it's basically the same. But here we get, masked head sculpt, unmasked head sculpt, and all the hands same that we got with this guy over here. But we are just in a black and silver symbiote suit. How about some side-by-side comparisons, huh? Shall we? So here we have the Spider-Man 3 Hasbro releases. This Venom was from the Sandman Build-A-Figure, which is essentially like a statue. I mean, it had some articulation, I guess. But this is that Venom figure, and I kind of like that Venom figure. I wish it was a little bit better. The ball joint hips kind of suck. But it was an interesting design. They bulked it up, obviously. The problem is Topher Grace wasn't a very big guy. Wasn't a very good... Eddie Brock, in my opinion, but it is what it is when it comes to Spider-Man 3. Like, I still enjoy the movie for what it is. It's not my favorite. The emo dance was weird. Just all kinds of stuff. But that figure was okay. Maybe this Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 3 figure coming out, maybe they could revisit some of those Sam Raimi movies. I would have thought one of the anniversaries, like, maybe they would have went that route, but maybe it's too late. And the fact that we're getting this one now, maybe they won't do an anniversary kind of thing. I would love it if they did, but unfortunately, nope. So we got that Venom there, and that looked pretty good. But here was the symbiote suit Spider-Man, and nah, that was not good, like, at all. And the weird thing is like the blue and red one, well, I guess they couldn't just repaint it because the Spider logo is different. I don't know why this figure was so terrible compared to, like, the other ones. It was really bad, like, articulation wise, not good, and just it looks funky and stuff, just not good. But that was, way back when, of course. And then, of course, Spider-Man, if you want to see the Tobey Maguires in there. So we have that there. Oh, and because it was the same movie, we've got the No Way Home Sandman, even though that's not quite how that would have worked out, but there is that comparison there as well. All right, come on, here we go. Like, the poster, right, the reflection there, I don't have a black web. You know what? The poster shows a black web, and it didn't have black webs in the movie. But there we go, mirror image, a whole lot of fun, and I get it. I understand people's complaints. The price is stupid. Like, I don't understand why the price is higher. But the thing that sucks, it is what it is. So either you want the figure, you pay the price, or you don't like the price and hopefully wait for it to go on discount, or just don't buy it, right? Those are your options. All good, whichever one you want to take. So, but I understand the complaints on the price being high, because it's weird. Like, I don't get it. And the problem is we won't ever really know why the price is higher. No, right? Hasbro's not going to say, oh, licensing fees were going to be more expensive. It's all speculative. We could think about if that's the reason why or not, but we don't actually know. Who knows? But, it's interesting. I'm happy with the figure for sure. I like the way it came out. I just don't really like the price. But man, I'm really happy to have it. Like, I know that seems weird and crazy, but I do really like the fact that we got this Spider-Man 3 figure, and I would love to get updated figures for everyone from the Rami trilogy. Like, I would love to get that. I don't know that we would. Maybe if enough people buy this, they would, but then could they be higher priced just because the licensing for that would be higher? Oh, God, I hope not. But, you know, who knows? But I don't know. I'm really happy with the figure. You guys let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of it? I know you're probably disappointed with the price. Absolutely. I think we all should be. But what do you think of the figure itself? Like, I completely understand that it's mostly a repaint, right? The suit is basically the same. Obviously, there are some differences. It's No Way Home that they just repainted. The mask, I could see the problem with the mask and the webs there. In terms of, like, straight on, I don't have an issue with it whatsoever. But I know people really don't like the design of the webs in the front. I don't mind it. There, I hate it. Up at the top, I hate it. I do hate that. But otherwise, like, it makes sense. Like, Hasbro, I'm surprised Hasbro even did new sculpt on the torso. They weren't going to sculpt a new head, which would be extremely similar anyway. But, you know, I do wish that web design there. But you guys give me your thoughts down in the comments below. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but Big Bad Toy Store shipped out the pre-orders. I think Toy Snowman might be expecting it soon, kind of thing. So I think Pulse and Amazon and all that still said like July. I don't know when other places will start to receive it. But Big Bad Toy Store did receive some and shipped out to some pre-orders. So there we go. But you guys give me your thoughts down on the comments below on this Spider-Man 3 figure. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching and whoosh.